teenage drug use, riots, and mass hysteria. Why did these things happen? Can't people see through the noise and find the truth? Or are people blinded by their needs?
Social conformity is the changing in behavior in order to fit in with a group. The concept of social conformity was well established by Solomon Asch in his most famous experiment, where he found that 75% of his participants conformed to peer pressure while doing a basic vision test.
A similar and often correlated concept to conformity is obedience. Obedience is the performance of a behavior to appease an authority figure. A famous example of extreme obedience is seen in the 1963 experiment conducted by Stanley Milgram. Milgram's experiment showed concerning results of extreme obedience, where participants supposedly shocked a Confederate for incorrectly answering the question, all the while being pressured by the observer to continue administering shocks even after the Confederate stopped responding.
These experiments show how easily people conform to a group or an authority figure. But where does the motivation to confirm and remain obedient stem from?
Social conformity and obedience have connections to Maslow's hierarchy of needs by impending of self-actualization. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory which states that humans have basic needs that have to be met before one can achieve growth or free thought. When a person does not have all their needs met, they are more likely to conform to peer pressure or authorities over them. The hierarchy starts with basic needs to maintain a healthy body. Then it goes up to include mental and psychological needs. Authorities and peers have an important role in helping individuals accomplish the social aspects of Maslow's hierarchy. Concepts of Maslow's hierarchy of needs below the level of self-actualization, such as fear and belonging, cause people to conform and obey, even defying logical reasoning.
Maslow's needs and the concepts of social conformity can best be seen through the historical perspective. Take Nazi Germany, for example. During this period, Hitler's platform was founded on ideas of anti-Semitism, encouraging the violent acts committed in concentration camps. Under orders, soldiers killed millions of Jews. This insane act of obedience is what first inspired Milgram to conduct his experiment. The extreme lengths Nazis went through to obey their superiors is shocking. While the men under the Third Reich were taking their commands, society also began to conform to the pressures of this extreme political party. The salute was a form of social conformity, proof that you aligned with a common belief. It would even become a common German greeting. To ensure a population that would conform to his whims, Hitler utilized fear and social norms to push his agenda. By delivering harsh punishment, he was ensuring that his dissenters didn't feel safe within the community. As Maslow's theory predicts, this would drive them to seek out safety, whether by leaving the country or conforming to his policies. Furthermore, Maslow's theory states that the need to belong to a group is one of our main motivators. By conforming to the Nazi agenda, everyone had a commonality, making them feel as if they belonged.
Another example of how Maslow's hierarchy of needs relates to compliance and obedience can be seen through the COVID-19 pandemic. A factor of fear was used by governments and the media to encourage virus preventive measures, for better or worse. Those who were afraid of the COVID-19 virus were much more willing to take preventative measures suggested to them by authorities, even if such suggestions had been contradicted in the past. Since, according to Maslow, fear and the desire for safety prevents self-actualization, people are more easily persuaded to follow authority, as seen with the COVID-19 pandemic.
Social conformity relating to the level of belonging in Maslow's theory is evident in students' behavior amongst their peers. Students behaving or misbehaving, following the rules and regulations, and respecting each other's are all ways students conform to societal norms. When students behave differently or deviate from these norms, it is common for them to feel the pressure to conform to the group. In school, students can feel they have to act a certain way to fit in. Peer pressure plays a significant role in adolescent drugs abuse, and students in middle school turn to drugs and alcohol to fit in with their friends. Acceptance is a feeling sought by students, and it has a great significance on them.
After concluding our research, our group found that the idea of social conformity and obedience are heavily intertwined with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. The pressure to belong to a group connects with the social band of Maslow's hierarchy. The drive to achieve the social band leaves you vulnerable to conforming. As seen with Nazi Germany or within the modern day of COVID pandemic, people are easily swayed in order to belong to a group. Realizing that this connection exists can help prevent repeating cycle of obedience.